everyone. This is brought to you by DepEd MPTV, and I am Teacher Heidi at your service. From the previous lesson, you learned how to solve word problems involving decimals. Let me help you remember your lesson last time by this acronym. AGONSA. These are the steps in problem solving. A for ask, G for given, O for operation, N number seconds, S solution, and A for answer. What again are the characters in performing long division? Can you sing with me the song? These are the characters in performing long division. Dad, mom, sister, brother, and brother. Dad means we divide, mom means we multiply. Sister means we subtract, brother means bring down. Let us not forget Rover to come up with correct answer. Rover means repeat, or we call remainder. Salidumay, iway. Good job! I am happy you can still remember that song. If it is new to you, try to learn and master it because it helps you remember the steps in long division, which is our lesson today. Are you ready to lend me your ears? Okay then, let's start. Have fun!
So, in here, we are going to talk about 3 topics. The first one is you are supposed to divide whole numbers by decimals up to 2 decimal places. Second is divide decimals up to 2 decimal places by whole numbers. And the third one, divide decimals or mix decimals by decimals up to 2 decimal places. Let's have the first one. Divide whole numbers by decimals up to 2 decimal places. Before anything else, always remember, put this in mind, that we cannot perform division if there is a decimal point present in the divisor. So, what are we going to do first? We must change the divisor into a whole number so that we can proceed to division. How are we going to do that? We have 2 ways. It's either first, move the decimal point of the divisor 2 places to the right, or multiply it by 100 to make it a whole number. How are we going to do letter A? How are we going to move the decimal point of the divisor 2 places to the right? Let's have this example. 250 divided by 2.5. What will we do? Okay, 2.5 will become 2.50. Why? Because we move the decimal point 2 places to the right. And then, we do the same with the dividend. So, 250 will become 25,000 because, like what we have said, we move 2 decimal places to the right. Or, let's have letter B. Let us have the same example. 250 divided by 2.5. What will we do? Let us multiply the divisor by 100. 2.5 times 100 will become 250. And we do the same with the dividend. 250 times 100 will become 25,000. So, we both have whole numbers, 250 and 25,000. Let's proceed now to division. So, let us have this example. 250 divided by 2.5, what will it become? What did we do first? We made it into whole numbers. So, it will become 25,000 divided by 250. In long division, let us follow the characters in long division. Let us have first dot. What will we divide? 250 divided by 250 will become 1. Next character is mom. What are we going to multiply? The quotient and the divisor. So 1 times 250 will become 250. Next character is sister, which means subtract. What will we subtract? 250 minus 250 will become 0. Next character is brother or bring down. What will we bring down? The next digit, which is 0. And then, what's next? Rover, which means repeat. What are we going to repeat? Let us go back to dot, and then followed by mom, and then sister, brother, and rover again, until such time that there is no digit or number to be divided. So, let us go back to that. 0 divided by 250 is equal to 0. Multiply. 0 times 250 is 0. Subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. Then, bring down. Brother. Go and then repeat. Rover. Let's go back to that or divide. 0 divided by 250 is 0. Multiply. 0 times 250 is 0. Subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. So, the answer is 100. 25,000 divided by 250 is 100. How are we going to check if our answer is correct? We will multiply the quotient and the divisor. What is our quotient? 100. Our divisor is 250. The answer is 25,000. Is it equal to our dividend? If they are equal, then it means we are correct. Okay, let's have the next topic, which is to divide decimals up to 2 decimal places by whole numbers. Let us have this example. 4.2 divided by 4. 4 is the whole number. Our dividend is a decimal. What will we do first? Copy directly the decimal point on the quotient. So this one, what will we do there? Let's put the decimal point there. And then we proceed to long division. What is the first step again? We should divide. Let us have that. So, 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. Next step is multiply. 1 times 4 is equal to 4. Next step or next character is sister. What will we subtract? 4 and 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. What's the next step? Or who is the next character? It is brother, which means we bring down. What will we bring down? 2, because 2 is the next digit. Next step or next character is rover, meaning we will repeat. Let us go back to that. So, 2 divided by 4 is 0. 0 times 4, that is mom. The answer is 0. Next is subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. Will we end there? Of course not. We need to add zeros in the dividend if it is necessary. So, let's add 0 there. And then, we bring it down. So, 2 will become 20. 20 divided by 4 is 5. And then 5 times 4 is 20. Next step is subtract. 20 minus 20 is 0. So, let us end there because there is no more zeros to be added. Or the last answer there is 0. How are we going to check if our answer is correct? Let us do the same. We should multiply the quotient and the divisor. The quotient is 1.05 and our divisor is 4. So, let us have first this one. 4 times 5 is 20. We'll write 0 below 4, regroup 2 above 0 because 0 is the next thing to be multiplied by 4. Let's multiply again. 4 times 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2. Next to multiply is 4 and 1. What is 4 times 1? It is 4. Is that our final answer? Of course not, because we still need to put the decimal point. How are we going to do that? Let us count the number of places in the multiplicand and in the multiplier, and then that's the number of places that we will put. So, we have 1, 2, 1, 2 there. So, the answer is 4.20. Is 4.20 equal to our dividend? Yes, if they are the same or if they are equal, meaning to say our answer is correct. Okay, let's have the last one. Letter C. We are supposed to divide decimals or mix decimals by decimals up to 2 decimal places, meaning to say the dividend is a decimal and the divisor is a decimal also. Let us have this example. 4.275 divided by 0.5. Can we divide immediately? Of course not, because our divisor is a decimal number. So what will we do? What will it become? Okay, make the divisor a whole number. How are we going to do that? Let us move the decimal point to the right. So there, that's step number 2. Move the decimal point in the dividend as many places in the divisor. How many places did we move the decimal point here? Once only. So meaning, we will move the decimal point in our dividend once. So, 4.275 will become 42.75, and then we copy directly the decimal point on the quotient, which is this one. There. And then, we can proceed now to long division. What is that again? What is the first step again that we need to consider? We need to divide. Okay, let's have that. 42 divided by 5, the answer is 8. Next, let's have or multiply. 8 times 5 is 40, below 42. Next character is sister or subtract. What will we subtract? 42 and 40. So, 42 minus 40 is 2. What's the next step? Our next character is brother, which means bring down. We should bring down 7. So, 27. Next is rover. Let's repeat. Let's repeat the cycle. We go back to that. 27 divided by 5 is 5. Mom. 5 times 5 is 25. Sister. 27 minus 25 is 2. Brother. Let's bring down 25. And then rover, which means repeat. 25 divided by 5 is 5. 5 times 5, mom, is 25. Then, let's have sister. 25 minus 25 is 0. So, that ends our solution. The answer of 4.275 divided by 0.5 is 8.55. Let us check if our answer is correct. We multiply the quotient and the divisor. This is our quotient, 8.55, and this is our divisor, 0.5. So, let's multiply. 5 times 5 is 25. We write 5 below 5. And we regroup 2 above 5 there because 5 is the next number to be multiplied by 5. Next, 5 times 5 is 25, plus 2 is 27. We write 7 below 0, and we regroup 2 above 8. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 2 is equal to 42. Okay, is that our final answer? Of course not. Like what we have said, we need to count the number of places in the multiplicand and in the multiplier. So let's have this. 1, 2, 3. Let's start counting down. 1, 2, 3, and the decimal point is there. So, is 4.275 equal to our dividend? If it's correct or if they are the same, meaning our solution is correct.
That's it for today, my dear. I hope you were able to follow the steps shown in the video and is a big help to you in answering your learning activity sheet. Until then, bye! Stay safe and God bless!